Destiny 2 has been out for a good long while now, and Bungie has done a great deal of work to bring back a number of Destiny 1 exotics, weapons, gear pieces, and even raids. Hell, the next raid coming out is going to be a Destiny 1 raid, and spoiler alert, it's Crota's End. Hey there, I'm Deltah, and I usually make videos on The Division, but here I am with a return to Destiny content. I actually started my channel making Destiny videos way back in the day, but I've leveled up since then and I'm back with a vengeance. For anyone wondering, yes, I still will make Division videos, that's going to be my main game. I just want to make Destiny videos too now that I've completed my training arc. With that said, if you guys enjoy the video or found it informative, please don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe for more Destiny and Division content. So, let's get right into why Destiny 1 could be the next target for a remaster by Sony and their supporting game studios. Destiny 1 was released way back in 2014, almost 8 years ago at the time of this video, to mixed critical acclaim. However, by the time the Rise of Iron DLC released, Destiny was at a much better place in terms of stability, and their image was relatively unblemished since then, excluding Destiny 2 Year 1. Blah. Switching topics just for a little bit, I was having a really good time playing Sony's newly released Spider-Man game on PC, which originally released way back in 2018 for the PS4 as a PlayStation exclusive. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered was just released on the PC, a full 4 years after the release of the original game on the PS4. I was having such a fantastic time swinging around the streets of New York, and then it just hit me. Sony owns a ton of fantastic properties on their consoles, and recently it's been made clear that the publisher has been making a concerted effort to increase their existing portfolio of PC games as well as their console exclusive library. So what exactly does that mean for Bungie and the Destiny IP? Other games that Sony has been bringing to the PC include their Horizon Zero Dawn franchise, and now recently we have confirmation that the Last of Us series will be coming to PC as well. Personally, I've had a pretty strong urge to go back and experience the world of Destiny 1 all over again. The world, the atmosphere, the familiar guns, the way it felt to cast your super, the story, let's just say the nostalgia pumps were firing on all cylinders. You only need to go to YouTube and look up Destiny 1 6 years later, or Destiny 1 in 2022, yada yada yada. You'll see it. The interest for the game is still relatively high. And pivoting back to Sony, Bungie, and by extension Destiny 1 and 2 are now properties of Sony. Bungie and their IP were acquired by Sony Interactive in March for the small sum of $3.6 billion. I know in their deal Bungie has all the creative rights to Destiny 2 and there isn't a ton of publisher input into how the game is made, but if there is anything I know about being funded by a large company such as Sony, the publisher takes a large cut of profits in order to recoup their investment. It's pretty naive to think that the seasonal model of Destiny 2 is going to pay back $3.6 billion in any capacity whatsoever. What I'm saying is the Destiny IP needs to make more money, and remastering an old property for a new audience and a new market with a full sticker price of $60, which is exactly how much Spider-Man costs, could be a potential way to make the publisher and by extension the developer, Bungie, a ton of money and disposable income all at once. But Deltah, isn't Bungie super busy making DLCs like Lightfall and The Final Shape? Absolutely, and that's what their primary concern should be. Advancing the Destiny IP. Bungie hasn't made a new game in almost 6 years, and I don't think they're going to. Here's why. Well, first of all, Insomniac Games was the developer, an extension of Sony, that created the original Marvel Spider-Man game back in 2018. However, they are not the studio responsible for the port of the game onto PC and next-gen consoles. Nixxes Software, a recent Sony acquisition, and another Sony studio are responsible for the port of the console version of Marvel Spider-Man onto PC and the next-gen. It would make a lot of business sense for this Nixxes Software studio to be the primary studio responsible for developing Destiny 1 and bringing it onto next-gen and PC, while Bungie, the creators of the IP, were focused on advancing Destiny 2 and bringing it into the future. So with all this background laid out, here's why I think Destiny 1 is a fantastic candidate for a remaster, but Bungie won't be developing it. I've alluded to the workings of how the game might come to PC and next gen, but not exactly why. First of all, I don't believe that Bungie will be responsible for making Destiny 1 available on next gen and PC, for a number of reasons. clearly they're very busy with the seasonal content model and making new content for Lightfall and the Final Shape. Coming up with new weapons, new seasonal narratives, and bug fixing definitely has to take up a lot of Bungie's time. And even though they are a 1,000-person studio, I still think it's a huge job for them to manage such a big game without throwing the development of the remastered version of Destiny 1 on their plates as well. So here is where Sony comes in. Sony has the funds, the studios, and the ambition to take their old console properties like Spider-Man, the Horizon franchise, and the Last of Us games forward into next-gen and PC. When Destiny 1 came out, it was a console exclusive. And let's face it, the landscape of gaming was just different way back in 2014 when it came out. PC gaming was not as ubiquitous then as it is now. However, with the launch of Destiny 2 on PC, the advent of crossplay and cross-save, and costs of getting a PC becoming drastically reduced, Destiny fans are on a variety of platforms, and Sony's investment into a remastered version of Destiny 1 on all platforms with a next-gen upgrade just seems right. There are a ton of potential benefits to investing into the Destiny 1 IP remaster from Sony's perspective. First of all, and arguably the most important, money. Second of all, they need to see some type of return on their investment, which generally takes the form of money. But obviously there are other types of returns on investment, such as a new influx of players into Destiny and a ton of exposure for the franchise as a whole. Buying Bungie didn't come cheap. It actually came with a whopping price of $3.6 billion, with a B. And from Bungie's perspective, there basically isn't any downside to this type of deal. They don't really have to do much except offer some creative insight to the studio responsible for the port and then watch the checks roll in. At any rate, that's all I have to say on the topic. What do you guys think? Would you like to see Destiny 1 remastered for next-gen consoles and PC? I know I certainly would. Be sure to drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys, and since I'm kind of breaking into a new market here, yeah, I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I also have a Discord server. The link is in the description where I talk about Division and I talk about Destiny stuff. Come join us over there. As always, just watching the video is enough for me, but I appreciate all types of support. Anyways, my name is Deltah, and I'll see you guys in the next Division or Destiny video. I don't know I don't know what's next. It'll be fun though. Alrighty, get out of here now. Deltah out.